Hey guys, how's it going? Today we are gonna do a first impression let's play review of a game called Dungeons of Sundaria or Sundaria. Um, Before I get into the actual review, I just want to catch you up on something that probably most players who see this game won't know at first. If you look over here, I have the game on Steam, but I didn't purchase the game. The developer also did not send me a key for the game. I just got the game in my Steam library. That is because this game actually used to be called Kings and Heroes. So this used to be the game. If you look at some of the art and the general gameplay, you will see that the game actually looks quite similar. They changed a couple of things, but as far as I know, the game still runs on the same engine, and it's still basically the same concept as the game was when it was called Kings and Heroes. Now, I actually did play the game back in 2018. That's 5 years ago. So the game has been in a development for 6 years, but something happened that caused the developers to stop updating the game since less than a year after the game was released, actually. And it was in early access. It wasn't even fully released. It was in early access. Less than a year later, the developers stopped working on the game. So it's a little bit strange that they did that, but I just basically left a review on the game after playing a little bit of the game. I actually do have footage of the game, even though the game isn't playable anymore. I do have footage of the game that I actually captured back then, and I did upload the video, but I just never published the game. I never published the game video. So I will do that probably alongside this video. So if you see a video for Kings and Heroes on my channel, just know that that is the video that I'm talking about, that I captured 5 years ago. So I played the game a little bit, left a review for the game. So this was my original review. This was my original review back in even before 2018. So basically, I said it's an old school game. There's no quest indicators. There's no quest text. The game has no auto aim. So it's really like you could say that it's old school, you know. You could say, well, the old school games didn't have auto aim. Old school games didn't have any quest indicators. You literally have to read what the quest tells you, you know. Like the old games will say roughly 500 paces to the northeast you will find a cave. Go into the cave and bring me the sacred cheese or whatever, you know. That's how the old games used to work, you know, like stuff like Years of Might and Magic and stuff like that. And this game was very much like that. I did originally recommend the game. My review was positive. My Steam review for the game was positive. I didn't do a actual video review for the game. But then in 2019, I checked up on the game again, because I often, with early access games, I do revisit the game. So I will check back with the game in my Steam library. And I also often notice if a game isn't being updated, like if a game hasn't received updates in a very long time, then I will also check back. I will check the forums, I will check the game page to see when it was last updated. And that's when I noticed in 2019, I noticed that the game hasn't been updated for over a year. So that is when I changed my review to negative, and I then added this. It's vaporware right now. Game hasn't been updated in over a year. I'm changing my review. The devs are too busy working on the new game Zeus Battlegrounds. So at that time, they literally stopped developing this game, Kings and Heroes, and they worked on Zeus Battlegrounds. Now the funny thing is, if we now look at Zeus Battlegrounds, wouldn't you know it, they stopped working on that game as well. So this was a battle royale type game that they stopped working on Kings and Heroes for in order to release Zeus Battlegrounds. And you can see that they stopped updating it 5 January 2018, and then they released Zeus Battlegrounds like whatever 6 or 7 months later. So they stopped working on this game, and then 6 or 7 months later they released this game, and then they worked on the game for 3 months or so, and then they stopped working on this game as well. So at that point they've already abandoned 2 games, and this game actually cost money. This game was $30 when it released. Let me have a look. Did they ever charge money for this game? No, apparently they never charged money for Zeus Battlegrounds because it was a free-to-play game, but they did charge money for Kings and Heroes. You can see over here, Kings and Heroes. There's the US pricing over there. I think Kings and Heroes, when it released, cost $30. So this was a $30 game. And then they dropped the price, blah, 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 but that doesn't matter. The game was $30. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, the developers did then do something which is kind of commendable. They actually, where was it? Was it here? Yes, over here. So later in July of 2022, so now that is, how long is that? 2022. That's more than 4 years after they've abandoned this game. More than 4 years after they abandoned this game, they then released Dungeons of Sundaria, and they did provide everyone who owned and purchased Kings and Heroes with a free copy of the game. But here's the really funny thing. Like I showed you, Kings and Heroes, when it released, was $30. So everyone who bought the game for $30 obviously would expect to then receive a $30 game, even though up to this point they didn't receive anything. For 4 years they didn't receive anything. So those who purchased the game for $30 and then the game became vaporware, they didn't receive anything until this game was released, and they received a free key for this game. But now the issue is that Dungeons of Sundaria is just a $20 game. So there are people who paid $30 for Kings and Heroes and then didn't receive anything for 5 years, you know, since the game released. Where's it? The game released November 2017, they paid $30 for the game, and then 5 years later, in July of 2022, 5 years later, they then received a copy for Kings and Heroes. So they didn't receive a refund or nothing like that. For 5 years, they didn't receive anything. And then they received this game, but the issue is this game costs $20. It's $10 less. So that's really scummy, in my opinion. I mean, sure, they could have made this game $30, then there wouldn't be an issue. Then the people who paid $30 for Kings and Heroes at least would receive a $30 replacement game. But there's the rub. This game costs $20. So everyone who purchased the game for the first from May until August, for several months, the game was available for $30. All of those people, and we all know that the game would have gotten the most sales during this initial release period, because that's always how it works. You get a big spike of sales at the beginning, and then later on you get a small trickle of sales. So all of these people who bought the game here for $30 during the first several months are screwed. They then received a key for a $20 game, and even if you don't consider that fact, the fact that the game is $10 less, it's a completely different game. Who says that the people who purchased Kings of Heroes would even want a game like Dungeons of Sundaria, you know? Who even says that you would want something like that? That's like saying that you purchased Skyrim for $30 and then Bethesda cancels that game and gives you Fallout 3 for $20. Like Bethesda, like Skyrim and Fallout 3 are different games. They're all open world RPGs, but they're different games. So the people not only got shafted with the fact that they paid $30 and only received a $20 game in the end, they also got shafted with the fact that the games are two different games. So that is an issue. This developer has already proven that they have a very sketchy history of creating games, then abandoning the games. I don't think there was any purchases that were able to be made in this game. I don't think so, because it doesn't state on the forum that there's anything that you can buy. Usually it would say over here that there's in-game purchases, so I'm not completely sure, but they abandoned this game. Hopefully there wasn't any in-game purchases. I don't know, I never played this game. It looked like a piece of shit already from the gameplay. They removed the gameplay now actually, but it looked like a piece of shit, so I didn't even bother about playing it. And but you can see at peak there were 718 people who were playing the game, so not an insignificant amount of people actually did play the game. And then this one was abandoned, and Kings of Heroes had 300 people who bought at least 300 people who bought the game. Obviously more people bought the game because this is a peak number, so at least I would say a couple thousand people actually bought the game, because I mean, look, the game has 800 reviews, so at least 800 people reviewed the game and bought the game. And reviews, usually you can multiply the amount of reviews by at least 10, like at least 10 times the amount of people who review the game actually bought the game, because not a lot of people review games. So they screwed over a whole bunch of people there as well, in addition to the people from who actually played and got into Zeus Battlegrounds. and now they have Dungeons of Sundaria, and they have been updating the game. The game released into early access July of 2022, and like I say, the game is essentially a repurposed version of Kings and Heroes. So a lot of similarities are still present between Kings and Heroes and Dungeons of Sundaria. You could say that they've been working on Dungeons and Sundaria from this date, because that is essentially what they did. They stopped working on this game for whatever reason, and then they released Dungeons of Sundaria, but it's still, as far as I know from looking at the screenshots, the same engine. It's still basically the same game. I'm not sure if there's still a first-person mode in the game. Doesn't look like there's a first-person mode, but the first game did have a first-person mode, also had a third-person mode. So yeah, you could essentially say that they've been working on the game since 2017 at least, and they've been doing updates, and they've been doing updates since July 2022, and now in December, like a couple of weeks ago, they finally released the game out of early access. So they finally released the game. So and they actually did release an update literally today. That's actually why I'm checking the game out. So today we're going to check the game out. The game, my Steam time says that I have 6 hours, but I've never played the game. You can trust me on that. So we are going to do a first impressions review of the game, and the game costs $20, even though, like I said, the developers have done some immoral things in the past, in my opinion, with the $30, $20 thing that they did with Kings and Heroes. So instead of offering a refund to all of the owners of Kings of Heroes, which as far as I know they did not do, they never issued any refunds or offered any refunds. They simply said, well, we're going to give you another game, even though this game is not the game that the people originally purchased. But anyway, today we are going to have a look at the game and have a look at whether or not the game is worth $20. So you need to take this shit into consideration, because I always highlight the fact, if a developer does anything immoral, like Electronic Arts or Gearbox or Square Enix or any of those immoral companies, I always highlight their history of immoral behavior, because it's up to you whether you want to purchase the game or simply pirate the game. So at the end of the video I will say that the game is worth $20 or not worth $20, and it's really up to you whether you still want to play the game, but whether or not you're simply going to pirate the game. Because in my opinion it is morally acceptable to pirate the game if it comes from an immoral developer like Square Enix or Bethesda or Electronic Arts, any of those immoral developers. So with that being said, let us have a look at the game. So the game starts like this. This is literally how the game starts. I haven't done anything yet. They don't even allow you to change the settings of the game at the beginning of the game. So this is literally how the game starts. So we're gonna first have to create our character, and then I think after that maybe we can change the settings and that kind of stuff. So let's have a look. So is there literally any difference between these? Because like it's not saying, usually it will tell you like whatever, the dragonels are maybe more powerful, or the halflings have a higher dodge chance or something like that. Maybe the dwarves are better at mining or something like that. Like they usually would tell you, but it seems that there's no difference between any of them. So basically that means we're just going to take the coolest looking character, and I think these guys look pretty cool. Probably there's also goblins. The first game also did have goblins. I remember that. I actually played as a goblin as far as I can remember. Then there's orcs. A little bit of a visual glitch there. When I selected this one, these changed around for some reason. And then dwarves, and then humans. Humans and elves look like exactly the same, except that the elves have pointy ears. So that's pretty stupid. But okay, let's take the dragonal dudes. We're gonna reduce the height because I don't want them to get in the way. Since this game is third person, you don't want your character model to get in the way of the camera. You can change your skin color. I would have preferred it if you could select your skin color from a palette instead of like this, you know, because if you could select your skin color from a palette, then you can make your skin white or pink or whatever you want to. And now, unfortunately, you are limited by these colors. The same with the eye colors. You're limited by these eye colors. How the hell is that? That looks like green, and yet I'm selecting cayenne over here. Look at that. There's like no difference between green and cayenne on the eyes. So that's really weird. That's blue, but like there's no difference between between green and cayenne. That's really stupid. Hair? Can these guys even have hair? Okay, let's rotate you. Please look over to this side. He's giving us the side eye right now. Okay, so that's basically all of the hair options that you have for these guys. I guess a fin on top of the head looks okay, I guess. I like how his head is trained on the camera, and if you move him, his eyes, like he fucking breaks his own neck trying to look at the camera constantly. That's really janky, but it's actually funny. It's a funny type of jank. Traits? Oh, okay, so that's tattoos. Don't know why they can't just say tattoos, but okay. Traits it is then. I would like to be able to change the color. Like maybe if I could make it white or something like that, but yeah, I don't know what the point is of them allowing you to have tattoos and then not allowing you to change the color. That seems really stupid in my opinion. Okay, so all of that is done, and then we need to select our classes. So there's champion. Champions use close combat, melee, power. Combatants specialized in using plate armor, swords, hammer, blah blah blah. Cleric, long range, chain armor, hammers and shields, long range, rogue, and then wizard. These animations are really janky. I like healing. I like the idea of healing. So let's take cleric. I'm assuming the cleric will have some form of healing, maybe. So let's take the cleric. Unfortunately, you can't choose your gender. So it seems like champion is only male. Cleric is only male. Ranger is only male. No, but why? Where did the females go? Why do I only have males available now, whereas previously I had females? How the hell do you even select your gender? Look at that shit. I don't even have the females available anymore. And there's nowhere where you can change the gender. So that's really fucking stupid. So that's a glitch. As soon as you change your class over here, the game then forces you to use males, and you can't go back to females, and there's no option to change it. So that's fantastic. It's like we're not even into the game hardly, and we already see a couple of glitches. So, okay, fuck females then, I guess. I wanted to be a female, but okay. I guess the developers chose for us. Nothing we can do about that. It literally says my name there at the top. Why do I need to enter my name again? Also, you can't put spaces in your name, apparently. That's really fantastic. So yeah, not a good start. A few quick tips. I don't care about that. You're gonna give me a tutorial. Is this literally the game? Holy shit, okay. Can I move around? No, I can't move around. Okay. Are you gonna give me a tutorial or anything at all? So there's a bank, blacksmith, inn, guild house, ivory tower, oval, guard house, farm, and then you can go to Sundaria. I don't know if there's anything that I'm missing. You literally have to swing your mouse around in order to locate all of the places. So there might be a place that I'm missing, but the game doesn't tell you about anything. So I don't know. I mean, let's go do quests, I guess. Let's go to Sundaria, I guess. And then... what? Do I just click on a random one? It doesn't show levels or anything like that. Crypt of Horrors. Let's go to Crypt of Horrors, I guess. Level 1, normal. Okay, I guess so. Okay. Can I change my settings at least? Ah, here we go. Can finally change the settings. Holy shit, the game is running at 6K resolution. Why the holy hell would it run on 6K resolution? I can't even change it. It's literally like I'm clicking. It's not allowing me to change it. The game is actually using surprisingly little power for just running at 6K resolution on ultra quality. I'm looking at my processing power. It's using 40% of my GPU right now at 150 watts of power draw. That's very little actually for a game that runs on 6K resolution. But why can't you change your resolution? Is this one of those shit games? Okay, wait, here we go. Resolution quality, there we go. There we go. Okay, so 6K, so normally at 4K, half of 4K is 1080p. So half of 6K is 2K. So that's fine. Also, you can't change this. You have to literally click like 90 million times over here. What the hell? Okay, so the most we can change the resolution quality is 80% apparently. That's really fucking stupid. Why would they limit it? Okay, let's apply that. Did it make any difference? Yes, it did make a difference. Now we're down to 100 watts of power usage. So our power usage dropped by 50%, which is actually understandable because if you remove 20% of the resolution from 6K resolution, that's actually very significant if you take the amount of pixels that are on the screen. as opposed to removing 20% from 1080p. Like 20% of 1080p is not a lot of resolution that you're losing, but 20% of 6K resolution is a very large amount of resolution to lose if you take the actual pixels on the screen. Like, some people think that for instance, going from 1080p to 2K resolution is just double the amount of performance or double the amount of pixel. It's not even fucking close. Like, the increase from 1080p to 2K resolution is like 4 times. And once again, the increase from 2K resolution to 4K resolution is like 4 times as well. It's not double, it's 4 times at least. So going from 4K resolution to 6K resolution, that is double once again. So we are literally running the game at double 4K resolution right now. So anyway, that's acceptable. I'm happy with that, even though, like I said, I would have wanted to reduce it by more, but the game doesn't allow you to reduce it by less than 80%, which is really fucking stupid. I've never seen a game limit you in this way. Usually a game will allow you to go down to anything like 30% or 40% usually. So only allowing a reduction of 20% is really useless. And then, like I said, on top of that, you can't even change the resolution, which is hilarious. View distance, what the fuck is this? Oh, okay. So they use that. So there's basically 4 different levels of customization that you can do, which is weird, but okay. Anyway, I guess that's the same as low, medium, high, and ultra. I guess that's the different stuff. So it's low, medium, high, and ultra. I guess that's more or less how it works. Can you change this? Oh, you can. We can run it. Oh, relaunching the game. Okay, now let's keep it on DirectX 11, even though I do have a DirectX 12 card. I'm not going to restart the game now. So okay, that's fine, even though, like I say, not allowing you to change the resolution is dog shit, and not allowing you to change the resolution quality by more than 20% is also dog shit. Otherwise than that, that's fine, I guess. We can turn off aim assist. That's fine. Sound. Blah, blah, blah. That's fine, I guess. That's fine, I guess. Also, they don't allow you to set the frame rate, which is also another issue. They don't allow you to set the frame rate at all. So you can't play the game at 30 FPS, 60 FPS, 144 FPS, 120 FPS, 360 FPS, nothing like that. So, do you want... Yeah, I did say apply. There we go, apply. If you continue, they will be reset. Why? I said fucking apply, motherfucker. Fucking hell. Okay, anyway. There we go. The mouse, I'm not happy with that mouse sensitivity. Let's change the mouse sensitivity. I said apply. Bloody hell. Okay, it did apply at least. Now that's a little bit better. So, okay, so they spawn you here, just in the middle of nowhere. I don't like the fact that if you move forward, the game zooms. Look at that. The game literally zooms in when you move forward. I'm not a fan of that in the slightest. What the hell is that? Look at that. It leaves like a mirror image of my hammer inside the object that I'm hitting. That's really fucking weird. Like, does the game not have a tutorial or what's going on here? So you press I in order to open your inventory, as you would expect. That's my inventory. There's abilities. Smite deals 100% holy damage, generates flurry. Holy light. Holy light explodes on impact, dealing holy damage. Pull down of pillar, exercise your enemy holy damage 350. Restores your health every 10 seconds cooldown. Okay, what's all of this? Shoot, beacon. Summon a beacon to your mark. Your beacon will last 10 minutes and you can have up to 5 beacons at once. Beacons do not persist once you leave. Okay, but what does a beacon do? Summon a beacon to mark your path. Oh, okay, so it's like a marker? Why aren't these ones on my bar? It's really stupid that they're not on my bar. Okay. Heroism, level 20, okay. Quests, I have no quests apparently. Party. Friends. Okay, I don't think any of my friends will play this game, to be honest. Character, okay, you get some information over here. Law of the Pious increases spell damage by 15%, attack speed by 15%, and your armor by 15%, and increases melee power by 25% of your spell power when using a shield. Okay, so the class gets a relatively big benefit to melee power if you use a shield, but it is based off of your spell power. So you're gonna have to go a little bit spell power, a little bit melee power, basically. Okay, so I guess... Does the game literally not have a tutorial? I mean, that's really shitty. What does this do? Boom! Okay, so that's at the beacon. That leaves a beacon. For some reason. Okay, so obviously we're supposed to go in there, I guess. Okay, shift is roll. Okay, so you can break stuff open. Trinket. I really don't like the fact that if you move forward, the game zooms in. It's really an idiotic feature. Like, why would the developers do that? Expired healing potion. I didn't know healing potions could expire. Okay. Do we have a map? No. Tab? No. Like, don't you have a map? Let's have a look over here quickly. Since the game doesn't have a tutorial, we just have to figure out all of the stuff on our own. Block is right click, okay. Use consumable is C. Why the hell is it C? Chat? Does the game actually have multiplayer? I didn't know the game has multiplayer. Character... So there's no map in the game. Literally no map in the game. Quick overview. Starting the town... World map access, selecting, look at that, like, this is what you're paying $20 for. Select the gang, select the gang, like, fucking hell, developers. I spotted that in my first 10 minutes with the game. How the hell are the developers not spotting that, unless they're not native English speakers? But still, even if they're not native English speakers, you can't release your game in English if you're gonna do a dog shit translation. Like, just don't even bother them. There's nothing that irritates me more than if a game has dog shit English translations. Like, do you know how cheap translators are on sites like Fiverr? And you don't even need people like an actual translator like you do in the old days. You can just use GTPT, ABC, KFC if you want to. In fact, that will probably do a better translation for you than a lot of people on Fiverr can, even though it's really cheap on Fiverr. Okay, I did press 1 there. Did it actually do anything? Oh, okay, yeah, it does do something. I like the fact that it highlights stuff when you get close to it. It's also nice that it highlights chests. That's good, so that you never miss chests. That's definitely nice. I'm guessing there's no reason to go up there and explore up there. I'm guessing. Yeah, this is how Kings and Heroes was. Kings and Heroes, for the most part, had a lot of dungeons. Like you go into a dungeon like this and then you fight a bunch of creatures inside. Like that was basically the core game loop of Kings and Heroes. And like I said, like I actually, when I got the game back in whatever 2017, 2018, I actually did like the game. And I did actually leave a positive review for the game. Even though it's not the best game ever, I did at that point think that the game was worth $30. And I don't know, they just fucked that game up. Obviously by stopping development on that game, like, even though I would say that the game was worth $30, it is a completely different thing when you know that the game will not receive any more updates. It's like Starfield, for instance. Starfield is a steaming pile of dog shit that I would not say... Why are you having a question mark above your head? That I would not say is worth $60 or $70, whatever much they charge for the game. I don't know, I didn't buy the game. But you at least have the promise of Bethesda still improving on the game, you know. So you might say, oh well, I spent $60 or whatever on the game, but it will get better, you know, it will get better. Whereas if a game is not going to be updated anymore, that makes a big difference actually, you know. Like if you know the game isn't being updated, that will make me not purchase a game. Like if you tell me, okay, Kings and Heroes, you will never get another update for Kings and Heroes, then I would have said no, the game is not worth $30 because the game was barely passable as a $30 game then, and if you were told that the game wouldn't get any updates anymore, that would make the game absolutely something that I cannot recommend, you know? So the fact that a game receives updates is very important, actually. Like I say, with Starfield, for instance. Like, Starfield, I played Starfield when the game came out, maybe for the first 4 days or so, a little bit, not like a lot, like I played it maybe 5 hours every day. And then I stopped, and quite honestly, I haven't touched Starfield since then. Like, literally, the game has now been out for, what, a couple of months? Maybe 2 months, 3 months, I don't know. I haven't touched the game since. Because if you know that the game is gonna get updates, there's really no need to invest a lot of time into the game, because you know that the game only has a certain amount of content. Like, whatever, you can beat Starfield in whatever, 200 hours or whatever. So why would you want to spend that 200 hours on a game that will eventually be better? They will eventually make more content for the game, and they will eventually improve the game. So why would you want to spend time playing the game when it is inferior, when it is not as good as it can be? And that's why I would not recommend someone to play Starfield right now. And in fact, in my review that I did for Starfield, I said just wait until the game is fixed, because when I reviewed the game was thoroughly broken. Like, there are still now, months later, things that are thoroughly broken in Starfield. So that's why I'm just waiting until either Bethesda fixes it or the modders of the modding community fixes the game. Because obviously the modding community around Bethesda games have proven that they are better at fixing Bethesda games than Bethesda themselves are, you know. Like, Fallout 4 is a game that I wouldn't really recommend anyone play, but with mods, like, Fallout 4 is actually really good with mods. And it's pretty much the same thing for Skyrim, even though Skyrim is a game that I would recommend you to play once without mods, and then after that just install mods. There's such fantastic mods available for Skyrim. It's not even funny. You can improve the game massively, you know, like massively. But yeah, so at least for this game, they are still currently releasing updates for the game. Like I said, the game did actually receive another update today, literally today. So that is encouraging, at least. Where's that? I used this lever. Do I need to break a wall somewhere, or what? What does that lever actually do? Like, I don't know if the game has secrets or anything like that. I don't know if the game has like a trapdoor system or what. Because when I used that other one, the other one on the other side, a door opened or a wall crumbled, but now I'm not seeing anything like that. Also, I love the fact that there is no sound effect for this ability at all. That's $20 right there. $20 of quality. I mean, you can't complain too much for $20, but still, I would at least expect fucking sound effects, you know. For $20, at least add sound effects to your game. I mean, seriously. I'm not seeing any trapdoors or walls or anything like that that has opened. I heard something. I'm not really sure. I'm not seeing anything on my minimap. Okay, there's a boss over there. I like the fact that the projectile can go very far. I do like that.
The hunt is on.
Oh shit. Motherfucker.
Rally the pack. The hunt ends.
Okay. I do like this healing. This healing is really powerful. I'm glad that I selected a class that can heal itself. And I like this boss battle. I like that. That actually heavily reminds me of the one boss that you get in World of Warcraft. And I'm now bringing up a memory that probably happened 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago. I think, when did World of Warcraft release? I think World of Warcraft is like 2004 or something like that. Oh, I'm stunned apparently. Apparently you can get stunned. Anyway, Scarlet Monastery. Some of you who have played World of Warcraft will know this. Scarlet Monastery has a boss called Houndmaster something. I can't remember the exact name. Like I say, it's been quite a couple of decades, but Houndmaster, the Houndmaster boss summons like wolves or hyenas. I think it was hyenas during the battle with him, which I always liked. I always liked that mechanic, like the boss summoning wolves or stuff like that during combat, especially if it's like a hunter, then it summons boars, or like this guy summons wolves. I like that, and that boss battle was exactly like that, and it actually, like I say, reminded me about whatchamacallit, reminded me about Scarlet Monastery specifically. The audio is a little bit loud. I'm just going to turn down the audio a little bit, because these wolves, when these wolves die, the noise is really high pitched. They really could have made the dying sound not be as loud, you know? It's a little bit too loud. But okay, that's probably it then, for this section at least. It would seem that there are like hidden areas like this where you can break a wall down. So that's interesting. I like that. So far, I have to say, I'm impressed with the game. I'm actually impressed. I remember what the game was when it was Kings and Heroes, and like the game was possible. Like Kings and Heroes was possible as a game. But this game is actually better. I can actually say that this game so far is better than Kings and Heroes. But that's at least not too bad. Everything works well, more or less. I mean, it's janky. Like, the game is janky, but as long as the game works, as long as there's not broken things in your game, then I will really enjoy the game. If the game at least has some good combat, some good looting systems. Like you can see, we have, how much space do we even have? How big is our inventory? Oh, okay, our inventory, holy shit, okay. Our inventory is pretty big, so that's actually good. I like games that give you a lot of space. I hate it when a game limits the player too much, you know? How do we... Oh, F. Okay, you just press F. Is the shield better? Assuming it's better. Can we equip that one? Yes, we can. Forge rare equipment. We can take that. Two-handed hammer. Damage. So this one's damage 5. Holy shit, yeah, that's very weak compared to the other one. We can do that two-handed. I like this comparison system where it shows you green. If an item is better, then it shows up as green, and the stats that are worse show up as red, so I like that. This one gives more melee power, but less health, less magic resistance, less magic protection, oh, penetration, less deflection. Well, I mean, spell power, melee power. Let's go for the melee power one. Can I equip 2 rings? I'm assuming I can equip 2 rings, yes. There's a bow. We can maybe go ranged, but in this dungeon, I think going melee is better in this close quarters dungeon. That's a one-handed hammer. It does significantly less damage, but it doesn't show the attack speed. That's an issue. So obviously you would assume that a one-handed weapon is going to attack faster than a two-handed weapon, you know? Let me just take a drink here quickly. So, can you dual wield? That's something that I would like to see. Can you dual wield? Oh, fantastic. I'm liking this game more and more by the second, I have to be honest. That just gives a lot of spell power. Oh, but it is definitely better than that one, without a doubt. Okay, I actually thought that was a spear. It's not a very good model for a dagger, but anyway. We can equip that. Two-handed hammer. Trinket, that's better. Wow, that gives a lot of melee power. Short sword. Melee power, damage, melee power. No, that's fine. Trinket, can you equip 2 trinkets? Yes, you can equip 2 trinkets. That one gives melee power. This one gives spell power. Ice damage, void damage. That seems nice. So which one of these are the worst? I think let's get rid of that one. Then I have 2 hammers. I'm actually slightly impressed by the game's equipment system. That's a two-handed. That one gives ranged power. That one gives melee power. That's a one-handed axe. It has no ice damage or void damage, but it has armor penetration and it has melee power as well. So let's go for that. This one has more melee power and it has firepower, melee power. Yeah, let's go for that. That's a two-hander. Willing to candy canes. Okay, festive snowman. That is spell power. Don't want that. This one has one more damage. Melee power. Yeah, we can take that one. Oh, I've picked up so many items. This game really spoils you for choice when it comes to the amount of equipment and stuff that you pick up. You're definitely not gonna struggle to get new gear and stuff like that, which is nice. It's a little bit rough on the amount of inventory management that you're gonna have to do, but to be honest, I would prefer a game that has a lot of loot to a game that has too little loot. Like, I would prefer a lot of loot over a small amount of loot any day of the week. And this game seems to have a lot of loot. Okay, that's fine. We are now, I think, significantly more powerful, and we even look cooler. I like the look of the items for the most part. It's not fantastic, but it's not bad, I have to say. We should now be significantly more powerful. Our magic is gonna be weaker, but the actual melee attacks and stuff like that is gonna be much better. I like the fact that when you loot stuff, it goes directly into your inventory. There's no bullshit like some games do where it opens a tab, or it opens a looting window, and then you need to drag the items from the one side into your inventory. I hate that kind of shit. This is just so much quicker, so much easier. You can also just hold left click, which is nice. Why can't I loot this guy? You can just hold left click, and that also loots everything. Oh, well, it constantly attacks the enemy, which is good. I don't like it when games force you to click the whole bloody time. Just checking for any broken walls. I'm not sure what the exclamation mark above the head and the question mark above the head, I have no idea what that stuff means. Also, sometimes my dude shoots 2 of these balls, and sometimes he just shoots 1 ball. I do not know why. Yeah, that death sound is a little bit excessive. That statue reminds me of Elder Scrolls Oblivion. One of the gods in there, I think Morag? Is it Morag, I think? Add armor that looks like that. Oh, we can upskirt the enemies. Oh, unfortunately they have pants on them. Yeah, all of these death sounds really are a little bit excessive. Like, a death sound should not be 6 seconds long. Like, it's really excessive. Listen to that, like... YouTube is gonna flag my video for being like sexual in nature. Like, this is a little bit excessive. What the hell? Who's attacking me? I didn't even see you. I would have liked it if enemies were shown on the map. That would have been nice, maybe. Oh, we level up. Bastard. You actually gain experience a little bit slowly. Like, I mean, I'm level 1 and I've been playing for, what, 14 minutes? And I only gained 1 level now. Like, that's a little bit slow. Yeah, hopefully these things don't insta-kill me. Okay, well, they do damage. But not a huge amount of damage, fortunately. Ah, you made me sleep, bastard. So they can sleep you, stun you. A whole bunch of stuff. Poison. Okay, well, all of that pain running through here and all I get is a bloody single dude. Ouchies. I also got 2 new abilities. What are those abilities? Let's have a look. Resurrection. Resurrects a fallen ally. Like, I don't have allies. Strike an enemy dealing physical damage. Just a strike also heals you for 2% of the damage done. Wow, 2%. That is amazing. 2 fucking %. I would like to be able to see where Holy shit. Where the end of the dungeon... Okay, there's a boss over there, so let's first go over here. I would like to be able to see where the end of the dungeon is. You know, on a map or something, but yeah, the game doesn't have a map. I really don't know why sometimes he casts two orbs instead of one. It just happens randomly, it looks like. Is this dead end really necessary? Ah. Wow, you really don't see these hidden things. And they don't even show up on the map. Like it looks like I'm walking off of the map. But that is the way that a secret is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be super obvious. Okay, now we're gonna face the boss. We could see if there's any new gear. Even though I don't think I will have any issues fighting the boss. Two-hander. Our new... Oh, yellow. Okay, so the new items are yellow. I wonder, are these ranged? Let's have a look. Not sure if the staves are ranged. I don't even have gloves yet. How do you... I guess you have to do that. Yes. This one is better. This one gives melee power. Oh, that one is much better. We can also maybe test out crossbow, like ranged weapons. That's a two-hander. Level 2 item. So more damage, more melee power, but not as much fire and void and that kind of stuff. Okay, that one is much better. another club, but that one gives spell power instead of melee power. Yeah, I'm starting to get a lot of level 2 items now. Okay. Let's see, how do you even switch? Like, how do you switch? Let's have a look. Tab. Okay, looks like tab, maybe? Tab? Oh, okay, yes. Okay, so this is a melee weapon. Okay, so you can shoot, but you see, it's really difficult to see because your fucking character is in the way. That's really irritating. And your abilities aren't on the bar then.
Oh, your secrets I must know! Oh, your secrets I must know!
Holy shit, his health just doubled. His health literally doubled. His health went from like 1,000 to 2,000. Hopefully it doesn't fucking double again, because that's a little bit crazy. That must be some kind of a glitch.
Your secrets I must know!
Yeah, it's still 2,000, holy hell.
Enough! Now you die! Death's secrets are now mine.
Okay, apparently I don't get any loot from him. I guess the only loot that you get is from the chest, maybe? Ah, I thought that one was a secret. But okay, yeah, that I already was over here. And there's another boss battle. It's a nice environment, like a nice battle arena. It's not bad.
More subjects for our lord? Let us see if they are worthy.
Like, if you look at the combat, your character blocks so much of the thing.
Power!
What am I supposed to do? Your character blocks a huge amount of the action that's actually going on. Like, I wish you could... Like, it's difficult with third-person games. Most third-person games allow you to not block what's going on. I think the character models are just a little bit too big in this game. Like I said, that's why I even reduced the height of my dude at the beginning. Because seriously, if I'm already not very happy with the amount of that the screen is blocked right now, then imagine if I made my character bigger. Now this boss isn't difficult, it's just irritating. With the fact that he heals and he runs away and stuff like that.
I was not worthy.
Holy shit. Fucking hell. All of those bastards attacking me at once. That was actually more difficult than the boss fight. Okay, so was that the entrance or was that the exit? No, that was the entrance. What's this? The altar is covered in blood and eager bones are strewn about it, most likely part of some ritual. Okay. So that's it then, I guess. The dungeon is actually impressively large. Like, definitely larger than what they were in Knights and Heroes. What? Kings and Heroes? They weren't this big in Kings and Heroes. It was still the same concept with you moving through a dungeon and defeating enemies and stuff like that, but these are bigger. Holy shit, it continues. Unless this is just like the exit. Oh, there's more enemies actually. Like I said, experience gain is definitely too low. Like, you really should increase the experience gain. Because in an RPG, you can't fucking gain one level every hour or something stupid like that. Like, an RPG like this needs to feel like there is constant character progression. Character progression is really, really important in an open world RPG. like if you think about Skyrim or anything like that, there's 100 levels, you know. And you gain them relatively quickly at the beginning. And then as you get higher, like around level 50, level 60, then you start gaining them slower, but well, you're making progress, you know. And here it just feels really slow. What the fuck is that? I have no idea what happened there. I don't know if this damages. Oh, it actually falls on your character. That is impressive, actually. For a $20 game. Okay, so that goes up. Like, how big is this fucking dungeon? Poison on these things hurt. Okay, that doesn't seem to actually do anything. Get nice items from these chests, or these sarcophaguses. Sarcophagi? Sarcophagal. You get like green ones, blue ones. I wish the game had cleaving, you know, weapon cleaving. That would just make melee a little bit more appealing. This guy is actually a special dude. If you look at the name. They probably should have made it a little bit clearer that he is a special guy, but anyway. Okay, there's a boss. the camera freaks out every now and then for some reason. Don't know why that happens. Look at this shit. This boss is not easy. That fucking boss was not easy. How many bloody bosses are there? Holy hell. When will this end? Okay, are you gonna say anything? He is clearly fearful of his captors and willing to oblige. Okay, but what do you want to oblige with? That's the question. So I can sell stuff. I guess I can sell like most stuff, to be honest. I wish there was a way to sell all of the non-green stuff, for instance, because this is a little bit tedious. Like, look at this shit. If you have to go through your entire inventory like this, isn't there like a sell all salvage? What does salvage do? Salvage? Common essence. Common essence. Common essence. Okay, well, I don't plan on creating common equipment, so I guess there's no real use to salvaging common items. Sword. But like, is that all you can do? Sell and salvage? Is that literally all you can do? Like, there isn't even like a sell all green or sell all common or salvage all common. Like, that really makes the inventory management part of the game a lot more obtuse than what it needs to be. Like, seriously. You also can't filter. So what I would like to do is maybe filter by melee power, or filter by range power, or filter by armor, or filter by health, you know, anything like that. And the game doesn't allow you to do any of that. So that's quite stupid, to be honest. Like, there's no options to do that. Is that one-handed? Yes, it looks like a one-handed. So this one doesn't give any fire damage or void damage, but it gives other stuff, and it does have more power. So which one is the weakest between these two? I guess this one. Okay, that's a club, but it gives spell power. I don't need spell power. Club, spell power. Spell power, spell power, spell power. Spell power. Melee power, but it gives less. Like, the game also really needs to show you the attack speed, because a dagger traditionally would never have the same attack speed as a axe or something like that, for instance, or a wand or club. Like a dagger would have a faster attack speed than a club, or even the two-handed items. Even like if you take a two-handed axe like this, for instance, it doesn't show the attack speed anywhere. So like, what is the attack speed? The fact that they don't show it to you is quite bad. All of these are two-handed hammers. Two-handed hammer, two-handed staff. I don't intend on using staffs. Okay, so that's it, I guess. And then I can just sell everything, I guess. Even though bloody well selling is really a pain in the ass. Also, why does a blue item sell for the same amount as a green item? Even this gray item, the gray item sells for 4, the same as the blue item. How the hell does that work? So there I got 4, and then for this one I also get 4. Like, how does that make any sense? And then when you salvage this, you get a rare essence. But to be quite honest, I'm not probably gonna craft many things. Oh, but you see there, you can sell a superior essence for 60 silver, and a rare essence you can sell for 20 gold. Holy fuck. Okay. Or is it 1 gold each? It's probably 1 gold each, because this is per stack. So already there, you can make much more money if you salvage your stuff and then sell the essence. It's, you see. This is unfortunately stuff that the game doesn't tell you, that you just have to use your brain for. So now, we look over here, 26 gold, 4.3 gold. So that's the best way to make money to be. Holy shit, that one. How much did that one sell for? Oh no. Maybe it was a glitch. Yeah, you see, when you disenchant something, it shows temporarily the cost of the essences and not the cost of the item. But yeah, that's definitely the best way to make money then, is to look at that already. Just because I just disenchanted all of those blue items instead of selling them, I have bloody almost 10 times the amount of money that I currently own if I just sell this one stack of essences. So yeah, that's definitely a better way to make money. Definitely. Okay, so you don't want to help me with anything else, okay? When the hell is this dungeon going to end? I mean, it's becoming a little bit ridiculous. Like, I would prefer a dungeon be too small than too big. Like, if you have a dungeon that's too big and there's no way out of the dungeon, it becomes tedious. Like, it just becomes like a chore, basically. I just attacked someone. Actually a blue necromancer for some reason. Come over here. Okay, apparently they can go through the wall. I can't loot them. Bastards. Okay, and anyway. So yeah, like if a piece of content is too long, then you risk the player suffering boredom. Like, I would rather have a dungeon be 5 minutes than 5 hours. Like, it's just too long. I mean, how long have I been in this one? An hour and 20 minutes? That's a little bit excessive. Like, I don't have any issues with the combat, except for the fact that you block like a huge amount of what's actually going on with your character. So if I could redo my character creation, then I would have probably chosen the gnome, you know. But that's a really bad game design if the player has to choose a specific race or a specific character just to be more optimal, you know, because this is not optimal. Like, not being able to see the stuff that's going on the screen is not good, simply because of the character that you selected. That's not good at all. So you would be able to have a much easier time seeing the game, seeing what's going on, if you had a smaller character. The same thing pretty much can happen in World of Warcraft. In World of Warcraft, there is a difference between playing with a Tauren and playing with a gnome. Like, the Tauren can block stuff that's going on the screen, because World of Warcraft can be played in third person. It can also be played in first person, but to be honest, almost nobody plays in first person. So when you are fighting in third person like this with a bigger character, you're literally losing out on stuff as opposed to if you had a smaller character model. Can I even go in here? Yes, I can. Oh no, it's locked. So why would it be locked? Where's the key? I did pick up 3 keys earlier, but apparently not the correct keys. Fucking hell. Where did you come from? I guess the rogues have invisibility, maybe? These levels really are too big. This feels more like a raid than a dungeon, to be honest. I don't like the fact that they run away. That's just a waste of time. Like, the least that they could have done is maybe make your character transparent a little bit, you know? Then at least you could see a lot more of what's happening. I stunned him somehow. I don't even know how I stunned him. I guess I have like a 1% chance to stun them, maybe. Another 6-second death sound. Okay, level 3. What does that give us? Fucking hell, at level 20 only, you unlock this stuff. How the holy hell long is it gonna take to reach level 20? I mean, fucking hell. Channel Holy Light. Okay, but that's for a party. I don't like the fact that they're giving me party skills when I'm not planning in the slightest to play in a party. Like, not in the slightest. Also, you don't get any stats or any attributes or anything like that that you can invest anywhere. I'm not a fan of that. I would much prefer if I were able to invest points into stuff. do have more health now. Okay, oh. What if I jump down here? Oh, I can't even jump over. Holy shit, 3 bosses. Holy balls. How am I supposed to beat 3 bosses? Okay, which one of you is the healing motherfucker? I think that one.
You should not have come here.
I've got you in my sights.
It's been a while since I've had a proper challenge.
Yeah, you're gonna get a proper challenge right now, don't worry. Ouch! What the holy balls? I can't even... Yeah, no, there's no...
Not much of a
There's no way. Holy balls. Something happened there and then my health just melted. Absolutely melted. I don't think I was standing inside anything. Okay, let's go for the ranged motherfucker first, maybe.
You should not have come here.
Run.
Got you in my sights.
Frozen.
It's been a while since I've had a proper challenge.
Oh, this bastard freezes you. Ouch. Ouch. Can I heal myself? Can I? Is it healing? No, it doesn't even look like it's healing. Bloody hell. I'm gonna be dead again. I mean, I can use a potion, I guess. Okay, let's try that again and then...
Not much of a challenge.
Under our...
Then I'll have to use a potion, probably. I only have 13 potions. How much does a potion heal? 20%, holy hell, that's not anything at all. Why are potions so weak? That feels very, very weak. Yeah, this one is quite a bit better. Can equip that one. This one is better. This one gives 3% critical damage. That's actually pretty good. Okay, I don't think you can create potions. That's the only healing that I have. Literally the only healing. So if I use it up, then screwed. Block. They said right click is block. it's clearly not. How am I doing ranged attacks? Are you telling me I have ranged attacks this whole time? It says 3-meter range, but I mean, look at that. Clearly, this is ranged. That's literally, I had no idea I had ranged attacks. That's weird. Well, let's try that again, and this time I'm gonna use my potions as well. I think that fire dude is dealing a stupid amount of damage.
You should not have come here.
I've got you in my sights.
You in these halls.
It's been a while since I've had a proper challenge. Not much of a challenge.
Damn it. That thing deals a stupid amount of damage. Look at that. No, fucking hell.
Much of a
Under
challenge.
our
No, I don't think I can beat this boss. Like, it is simply on a completely other level. If you compare it to the previous bosses. Like, it's completely overtuned. There's no way how you're gonna be able to beat this boss. Especially without healing. I mean, I'm a healing class. I can heal myself. As we've seen, the healing is quite powerful. There's no way how I'm gonna be able to beat this fucking boss as is. There's just no way.
It's been a while since I've had a proper.
Maybe if I can block the ranged
You should
attacks
not have come here.
from that other bastard. Maybe.
In these halls.
But then I'll have to do something like this, for instance. I'll have to juke him the whole time. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Bloody hell, that hurts a lot. I just need to regain my fucking health. What the fuck is that?
I was promised eternal life.
Not much of
Where
a.
the hell is he? Holy hell. Teleportation.
Death comes.
Okay, so it looks like you can't damage these bastards when they're in this mode.
A flame extinguished too soon.
Motherfuckers. Yeah, no, that boss is not meant to be defeated solo. Like, it's just too powerful. And I'm really powerful, and I have healing, and I still almost died. I had to use like 2 or 3 potions. It's really not meant to be soloed. I'm certain of that. Or the devs are just really shitty at balancing the game. Fucking hell. Meow, meow. Let me check something. Does this actually use... Is it a spell? Dealing 100% holy damage. But it doesn't say, like, does it use your spell power? Does it use your melee power? Doesn't actually say what it uses. And if I look over here... Holy damage 0, holy damage 0. So like... You see, increases the damage of non-magical melee attacks, but technically this isn't a melee attack. It doesn't even say if it's a melee attack or a ranged attack or a magical attack. It literally doesn't say on the skill, which is just idiotic. So like... What the fuck? I can maybe check by doing this. I can maybe check by doing that and then just see if I do a lot more damage or not. Then at least we can get a general idea if the game is programmed the way I think it is programmed. Because they don't give you any fucking information. Okay, so I do about 40 damage. Yeah, that's about 40 damage per attack. And I actually attack very slowly as well. So then if we do that... Well, I can actually remove that. That's about 40 damage if I use the melee attack. If I force myself to use the melee attack. Holy shit, another 3 bosses. Come on. This is stupid. So there's a poison pile. Or, no, that's a boss. That's definitely a boss. So what, should I just go for the main guy? Okay, but that doesn't seem to do anything.
You will pay for this arrogance.
6,000 health.
Light of the dark moon.
Where are you? Come on, bastard. Holy shit. Yeah, this ranged attacks is really nice actually. I never knew that I can do ranged attacks. I should actually probably, since the game doesn't make it obvious, doesn't tell you at all, I should probably do a build. I should change all of my items.
Destroy these interlopers.
So that I have a lot of ranged powers. Like I should equip items that have a lot of ranged power. And then I should equip items that have a lot of magical power. and then I should compare the damage between the two of them. That way at least I can see how the game is programmed and what Smite actually uses. Does it use magical power? Does it use melee power? Does it use a ranged power? Like, what the fuck? Bosses also have too much health in my opinion. Like, this is a little bit too much.
Crush this meddlesome lot!
Bastard stuns me every now and then. Yeah, this boss is much easier than the other boss because you just take so much less damage, and as long as I'm not killed instantly like I was in the previous battle, then I can just out-heal whatever damage they deal to me. I don't like the fact that it teleports, but okay.
Darkness envelops me. My debt is due.
Come on, how much longer is this bloody dungeon? Holy fuck. Like... Seriously, here's another boss. Holy shit, this guy does damage.
This Craig's treasure. Quick take. You not it.
Where are you, you bastard? I know you're invisible. Unless this is part of the boss battle, like he escapes and then you have to chase him in another area, maybe? Oh, there's a boss there. Holy shit, he regained his health. No, this guy fucking does damage. This guy is crazy.
Crick the thief. Be also Crick the slayer. with me, take your treasure.
Oh, where did he go? Okay, so it seems you have to defeat him several times. That's really irritating. They should call him Crick the Bastard. Crick the irritating midget. Like seriously, this dungeon is starting to not become fun anymore because it's just too long. I want to go back and maybe check out what the town has to offer, you know. Maybe upgrade my equipment, maybe learn new skills, I don't know. Someone attacking me. I seriously don't even know if I'm gonna be able to defeat Crick because he does a stupid amount of damage. Okay, there's two bosses over here.
Has someone finally come to free us?
Destroy the tomb! It's the only way!
Why have you come here? The pain!
Bloody hell, this tomb really has too much health. And there's two tombs, how the hell? Like, it doesn't even take damage half of the time. What's going on? Can you only damage it when they're dead or some gay shit like that? Is that what's going on? Yeah, it seems like that. So you can only damage the tomb once they're dead. And I love the fact that they can shoot me right through the tomb. I love that. Like, look how long this is taking. Fucking hell. No, seriously, this is not good game design. A battle like this should not take 10 minutes. That's just a little bit ridiculous. Yeah, the pain. The only pain I'm getting is from this bloody dungeon being too long. Now the other one is still alive. Do I need to kill him again?
Reginald!
Like seriously, this is not...
Destroy the tomb! It's the only way!
Look at that shit. This is not my idea of enjoyment, really. So yeah, while I'm fighting this guy for the next 5 minutes, I might as well end the video. I think I've pretty much made my mind up, to be honest. Like, is the game worth $20? I would say definitely not. There's some things in the game that were able to impress me, but at the end of the day, it's still a janky game, you know. It's like almost like Two Worlds 2, for instance, or the older Ryzen games. It's just janky, you know. And the fact that your character blocks the battle constantly is not enjoyable. It makes combat more obtuse than what it needs to be. The fact that there's very little in the way of quality of life features with regards to the inventory is also really bad. Like, you can't filter your items. You can't sort your items via armor or damage or quality or nothing like that. You can't sell all of your common items or your green items or your blue items or anything like that. You can't salvage all of your common items or your green items or your blue items, anything like that. It just makes the inventory management really bad. And considering the amount of items that you get in the game, what the fuck is that? It is not good, you know, because as you've seen probably during this video, I've done about probably 15 minutes or more of inventory management, and that would have been a lot better, a lot less time spent if you had some quality of life features with regards to the inventory. By the way, items disappear as well, I see. So that's not good. That I really hate games where items disappear. So that's another issue. But yeah, like I said, inventory management is a real pain because there's no quality of life features for inventory management. So that's going to be an issue. You're going to be spending a lot of your time doing inventory management instead of playing the game. And I don't know a single person who prefers to look at a screen like this for 20 minutes instead of playing the game for 20 minutes. But the developers force you to do that. The developers force you to do an unnecessary amount of inventory management, unfortunately, because there are no quality of life features. I am also not a fan of the fact that the game doesn't have tutorial. The game has no tutorial. There's still a lot of stuff that I don't understand about the game. despite playing it for 2 hours. The fact that you aren't shown on the actual skills if they use magic power, melee power, ranged power, nothing like that. It also doesn't show the attack speed of your abilities, doesn't show the attack speed of your items. So does a one-handed axe attack faster than a two-handed axe? You just don't know. You have no idea. The game doesn't tell you what the attack speed of items are. It doesn't tell you if a bow attacks faster than a crossbow. It doesn't tell you if a dagger attacks faster than a club. Nothing like that. Yeah, one-handed, two-handed doesn't show the attack speed. It doesn't show the range of stuff. So it shows that it's ranged, like a crossbow, but it doesn't show the range. So that would lead you to assume that it is infinite range, even though I don't think it is infinite range. I mean, it would be a little bit ridiculous if it's literally infinite range, like this. Like, it looks like the arrow disappears before it reaches the wall, so I don't think it is an infinite range. So the range of stuff also isn't known to the player. It isn't made known to the player. Also, all of the abilities in the game, I mean, I mentioned this one, but all of the abilities in the game aren't specified, whether they use magical damage or range damage or melee damage. Like this one, you would assume uses magical damage, but with this one you're not certain because it is a ranged attack, but you're using your melee weapons, but you are throwing a projectile, like a magical projectile, and it says holy damage, dealing 100% holy damage. So that would make you assume that it's a magical spell. So this one could be all three. It could use melee damage, it could use ranged damage because it's a ranged attack, it could use spell damage, you just don't know. So stupid stuff like this is really, really important to clarify and to mention to the player, and yet the game doesn't do that. There's also no attributes, there's no stats, there's no talent points, there's nothing like that. You do unlock this thing, which is like a passive, I guess it's a passive tree type thing at level 20, but fucking hell, that's quite a long time away. You can't select your abilities, so you just get random abilities. There's no way to invest points into getting certain abilities or anything like that. So I've already gotten like this ability, Resurrection, which I will never use, and Channel Heal, which I will never use. It has no effect on me as a solo player, so it's just stupid. It really could have been made a lot better. I'm 2 hours into the game and I don't have a single quest yet, which it's just really stupid. I actually want to see, like, how does the game work with regards to the checkpoint system. So if I go to town, will I be able to go back into my instance that I was just in or not? Like, we need to see that as well. I don't know what this is.
Farewell.
Okay, apparently he doesn't want to talk. Blacksmith.
How can I help?
Buy, sell, craft, salvage. So there's no enhancing or anything like that. You can't enhance gear. Upgrade. Fragment of a weapon. Okay. Now, how does it work? Upgrade. Like, there's nothing seemingly, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Good to see you.
Here you can change your color of your gear, which is nice, but it costs a fair amount of fucking money. That's a lot of money.
Get lost.
Okay, so that's of no use whatsoever. Oval.
Greetings. How big of a dungeon are you up for? Looking for a group of adventurers. May the gods smile upon you.
Okay, here we go. Token of change. Okay, well, I guess so. I mean, fucking hell, I don't like being so huge where you can't even see your bloody character. So I guess apply. I guess.
Farewell.
Okay. Ivory Tower.
What is it? Looking for a group of adventurers? It's an honor.
Don't know what this is. Holy hell. A single potion is 10 gold. How is that possible? Seriously, a single potion, 10 gold. How many candy canes? I have 14 candy canes. Let's buy all of that. 10 gold for a single fucking potion.
Be careful.
Insanity. Bank. Okay, that's just the bank. Farm. Holy hell, 150 candy canes. I only had 14 candy canes and I've been playing for 2 hours. So that will take 20 hours to get 150 candy canes. Okay, insanity. What else? Build house.
Make it quick.
Yeah, you can sell stuff there.
How can I help?
You can sell stuff there.
Greetings.
Sell stuff there. Like, none of these guys want to do anything. You require training. You can't give me training, apparently. Okay, so there's nothing there. And then in the inn.
Good to see you.
Okay, what's this? Removes all immobilizing effects. Restores 1 health per second for 15 minutes. That's not particularly good. 1 health. I have fucking 600 health. So it's gonna take me 10 minutes to heal fully with this. That's completely useless.
Be careful.
Hello.
You increased armor for 30 minutes. Well, 30% armor for 15 minutes. That's not bad, but already that takes more gold than all of my gold that I have together so far. So I don't know. Stuff are fucking insanely expensive, and there's literally nothing to do in town. Like, literally nothing. I can't do anything in town. I thought I might be able to upgrade my weapons or something like that, you know. Some of these games allow you to increase like level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 upgrades, you know. Apparently that's not a thing that you can do in this game, so that sucks. So I've gone into every building. There's nothing I can do. So that's really fantastic. Let's see, how do you get back? Split screen, fucking hell, can you actually play the game as split screen? How does that even work? Let's see, do you go back, resume? If you can resume a dungeon after every checkpoint, then that takes a little bit of the sting out of the length of a dungeon. Was this where I was? No. No, this isn't where I was. I was on the other side of that wall, and all of the stuff here has respawned. And all of the enemies have respawned as well, which I'm not a fan of. So you basically can't resume exactly where you were. You can resume not even at the last checkpoint, because I killed these bosses over here. Let's see if they are still here. Also, why does it feel like this character runs slower? Okay, so for some reason the bosses that you've killed remain dead like they were, but the enemies, the non-bosses, respawn, which is where then all of the items in the game respawns as well. So you can't resume exactly where you were, and all of the enemies also respawn except the bosses. So that's not great. And also, like I said, you don't respawn exactly where you were. You respawn at the beginning of the section of the dungeon that you were in. So you don't respawn at the very beginning, but the dungeon has sections, and you respawn at the beginning of the new section. So that's also not particularly good. I also want to check something else, so let's go to town. I want to see if you can save multiple instances of dungeons. So let's go to Galdron's Crossing, I guess. No? Oh, okay, that is Galdron's Crossing. We're in Galdron's Crossing right now. Grasslands, let's go over there. Okay, that's level 3. Let's go there, I guess. And then I want to see if you can have multiple instances of dungeons. So I'm not sure, like I don't want to play now until a checkpoint. I just want to see. Okay, so hopefully now we have this dungeon saved, hopefully, and then we go to town, and then we try to go into our old dungeon. Resume. Because if you can have multiple instances, okay, yeah, so it seems you can have maybe multiple instances of dungeons open. That's better. That makes the size of the dungeons better. But you see now, in this one, it's not asking me for a checkpoint, so that makes me think that once you actually reach a checkpoint, that it will erase your previous checkpoint, which means it will erase the progress that I made in that other dungeon, which obviously will not be good. But anyway, quite honestly, it's not really a game that I can recommend. There's some stuff that is good about the game, but honestly, there's more stuff that I don't like about the game than the stuff that I like about the game. Just really stupid stuff that I don't understand why the developers didn't think about it. Like the attack speed on weapons is really hilarious. That you can't see that. The fact that you don't have any idea what actually makes you stronger. Like, should you be stacking spell damage, melee damage, range damage? It's really stupid that the player has no idea what they should actually be stacking for their own class. That's a massive issue. The fact that the game has no stat points, attribute points, talent tree, skill points, nothing like that, is also really stupid. You can just level and that's it. Like, there's no customization that you as the player can really do. Like, you just get the abilities that the developers want to give you, and that's it. There's no choice. You can't specialize. There's no choices. There's no options. You just get given what you get given, and that's fucking it, you know? So I'm not a fan of that in the slightest. And the game has no tutorial, which is really shitty. The quest system, like, fucking hell, there's basically no quest system. Like, if we look at journal, I spoke to literally everyone in this entire town, and this is all that I have. So, would like to deliver his heal all to Sinjin. new town visitor that needs a tonics engine is located in the old shack behind the guardhouse. Where the fuck? Old shack guardhouse. Okay, then we talk to this guy. Boom.
A legendary group that can make me rich.
And then he doesn't give me another quest. That's fantastic. So I spoke to everyone in the entire town, and I don't have a single quest. So that's really fantastic. Some of the bosses are really overtuned, meaning they're way too difficult. Like the triple boss that we fought. Not sure where's the triple boss. Where does it show the triple boss? I think it was this one. Really hilariously overtuned. That was the only boss that I really struggled with, and I had to play super gay on that boss by just like pulling them out into my area and dodging from a very far range all of the ranged attacks from that guy and that guy. That was the only way how I managed to survive there until I was able to kill one of them, and then after you kill one of them, it's much easier to survive. So yeah, honestly, it's not a game that I can recommend. If the developers fix the fact that they don't give you any information on the weapons, and if they allow sorting, and if they allow filtering, and if they actually give you some information about your skills, maybe then I could recommend the game for $20, maybe. But right now, it's just a pain. It's just a pain to play the game. The game is fucking painful. There's an unnecessary amount of inventory management. You don't know what's making you more powerful. You don't know what weapons are best because, like I say, they don't tell you. They don't give you the necessary information. You don't know what makes you powerful here, so you don't know what to stack. So you do have to do some really stupid shit, like equip a lot of gear with a lot of melee power, and then do a couple of attacks, and then equip a lot of gear with a lot of ranged power, and then do a lot of attacks, and then equip a lot of gear with a lot of spell power and do a lot of attacks, and only then will you know what actually affects your skill. And that's just for one skill. Then you have to do the same for each of your skills, each of your damaging skills. So you have to do the same for a Holy Light, same for Exorcism, same for Justice Strike. Like even Justice Strike, it's a melee magical ability. So you don't know if it uses melee power or ranged power or spell power. You just don't know. So it's just a real pain, and quite honestly, it's stuff that the developers could have fixed really easily, really easily. Considering that they've been working on the game essentially 6 years, like I said, it's just really not a game. It's janky, really janky. It's not a game that I can recommend for $20, to be honest. If you're looking for a game like this, then honestly, just play Two Worlds 2. Two Worlds 2 is a really old game, and it's just better than this game. There's just no two ways about it. It's just a better game. And the fact that a game like, when was Two Worlds 2 released? It was released really long ago. Two Worlds 2. Released 2010. So the fact that Two Worlds 2, a game that is 13 years old, can have better combat than this game, better, well, I wouldn't say better graphics, but the graphics is good, like of Two Worlds 2. The graphics is actually pretty much the same as what you would find in this game. It actually has voice acting, Two Worlds 2, and it's on sale right now on Steam for $7. So honestly, why would you want to spend $20 on this game when you can get Two Worlds 2, which is simply a better game, for $6, $7, you know? So quite honestly, not a game that I can recommend, and that is like not even considering all of the, in my opinion, immoral stuff that the developers have done in the past. They've abandoned 2 games in the past. With this game, at least they haven't abandoned it yet. But only time will tell if they can actually complete a game and actually make a game worth playing. Because, like I say, they could improve this game. It's just really up to them if they want to. They've already abandoned 2 games in the past. So it's already, if you consider out of 3 games, they've already abandoned 2 games. That is not very likely that they are gonna make this game better and continue to improve this game. So long story short, I can't recommend this game. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Like I said, I will upload footage of Kings and Heroes that I took, which is this game, essentially this game that I took from 2018, just so that it is on my channel, so that you can use it as a reference and see how, in my opinion, this game is actually worse than Kings and Heroes. Because I actually did recommend Kings and Heroes initially, before I found out that they abandoned the game. So it's just really sad that they changed the game so dramatically. They removed the first person aspect of the game, because you used to be able to go first person in the first game. And the third person aspect of this game is actually a big issue. It's actually one of the issues that I have with the game. So yeah, it's just sad, to be honest. But anyway, fear not, there are many other good open world RPGs out there that you can play. You don't need to worry about not being able to play this game. There are dozens of good open world RPGs out there. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. As always, if you want to support the channel, if you want to see more reviews, then you can support me on patreon.com/LFP, and that allows me to do more reviews for you guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you guys next time.